So everyone, just wanted to welcome you. This is Gary Pia, the Gary Pia Show, as it were. And what I wanted to do with this is I wanted to introduce you to some people that I know that I think you should know. And one of those people is my friend and colleague, Glenn Crawford. And I'm going to bring him on right now, and we're going to have a little conversation with Glenn. Hey, Glenn, how are you, man?
Oh, if I was any better, I'd have your hand, Gary. How's that?
And now y'all know why I like Glenn. He makes me laugh. It's great. It's great to have you on here today. I want you all to know that I've known Glenn now. What is it? About a couple of years. We've been bumping around together. We met through a men's dinner group in South Pasadena called the Oneonta Club. And another of my friends brought Glenn in as a guest, and he looked around the room and said, "This looks like my tribe. I want to hang out here." So it's been great to have you there, Glenn, and thank you for taking your time to join me today.
I'm honored and pleased, and as I was, we had a little fun getting it together and getting my mic on. But I already woke up knowing what the best part of my day would be, and it's to be here with you today, Gary. So thank you so much.
Well, you're very kind to say that, but I know that's not true because Zaville's going to be cooking dinner for you later today, and that's going to be the best part of your day.
Well, yes, it's tough to compete with that. I'll be sure and let her know to see this, that she was mentioned.
For those of you who don't know, Glenn and Zaville got married. What is it, about a year or so ago? You two?
Yeah, we got married in COVID, May 23rd. So we're just, over a year of being newlyweds now.
And I have been watching numerous posts of Zaville's culinary wizardry, and with Glenn waxing eloquent about the wonderful meals that she prepares. I mean, is this something she's been doing a long, long time, or is that your relationship just inspired this in her?
Oh my goodness, I wish that was it, but you were so kind, to bring her up, and she'll be thrilled. So, we're not complicated. If living is if eating is a part of living, then, I'm living, really well. If that's one thing that brings couples together, then we have that. But the first time I went to dinner at her place, first off, she's always immaculate. She's dressed immaculate, and the table is set immaculately. And, she's cooking, and she tells me she never is afraid to cook. And actually, I do private events where she's cooked for 100 people herself in a little, kitchen. She said she's never been afraid to cook, but she was nervous that night when I was coming over for the first time. So there had to be something there.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, she developed it, as all through life as a young adult, and she cooks basically, any part of the world that you live in, she can cook that way. And it's just something that she loves. It's a labor of love, for her, and it is a tremendous, just a tremendous thing to live with somewhere every day. She said, she did say one thing, Gary, though. She said, "Look, I'll never," because I'm looking at her, I'm going, "Man, is this how you do it? Like all the time? Do you lay it out like this? I mean, the appetizer, entree, dessert, the whole thing." And she goes, "I'll never complain about cooking. Okay, but you got to do one thing." I said, "What's that?" I said, "You got to take me out. You got to take me out for dinner. We're going to get dressed up once a week, at the most twice a week. We're going to get dressed up. We're going to go out on a date night. You're not going to see me in the kitchen, all the time, even though she never wears pants. She's always wearing slacks and dressed up. But, and she said, you're running around in your little suit or whatever and seeing people dressed up. So we're going to go and have fun." So I figured that was a pretty easy trade-off, other than being, my first job where I got a check was as a dishwasher in a mall cafeteria, actually in El Paso, Texas. And so I have mad dishwashing skills. So
Excellent. That's a good match.
I'll put in a plug before we go on. If anybody wants to learn about cooking, and also it's really about taking care of the one you love. Sweet Zaville, ZIVILE.com, and there's some good tips there for couples.
Wait a minute. What's that again? Sweet?
Sweet Zivile.com. www.sweetzaville.com.
At one L or two?
One L. Zivile. That's so cool.
All right. Well, did I get that right?
You got it absolutely right. Thank you.
All right. All right. So we'll just leave that up for a little bit and give a big shout out to Zaville. It sounds like a real, an inspired pairing, you two, a woman who can make meals and a man who can make reservations.
Exactly.